Snow Trails TV visits the Cascade Mountains in Washington State and explores Cle Elum Valley in the Salmon, and Woods and Steele Sno-Park. We had to do a little trailering to reach the Salmon Sno-Park, located at the upper end of Cle Elum Lake. This took us through the very small and very old community of Roslyn, which has a rather recent and unique claim to fame that you may have seen. Roslyn is the town that the TV show Northern Exposure was filmed. You may recognize one of the buildings or signs.
Thank you.
If you're looking for snowmobile information, the Cascade Playground may be able to provide some answers and get you pointed in the right way with local riding contacts, sled repairs, and even rentals. He had some pretty tricked out mountain sleds. We spent a little time again waiting for Mother Nature to lift the cloud cover. All right, we're here in the land of the steep and deep in Kittitas County in Washington State. Where are we going to ride today, and what is this snow park?
Well, this snow park is the Salmon Snow Park. It's you have to go through the town of Ronald and Roslyn to get to this area, and we're just going to take a groomed trail up to Cooper Lake.
Well, the weather hasn't been perfect for us. We've had a little bit of rain going on. It's lit up right now. It's an early afternoon ride. Let's get out on the trails here on Sno Trails TV in Washington State. Salmon Snow Park is a multi-use winter recreation area. It's not uncommon to see cross-country skiers or dog sledders using the trail. When you see a non-motorized trail user, don't abuse your right and give them a little safe space. I never really paid much attention to the rain-snow line of altitude before. Today we heard the rain-snow line was at about 4,000 feet.
I think the biggest challenge for women riding snowmobiles is that they don't give themselves enough time to do that. You don't learn it once or twice a weekend in the winter. You really need to go out every weekend, ladies, with your guys.
There's a saying, keep the track side down.
Yeah, that's it. When you got flat light and you don't see a hole like that and you're side hilling, you fall into it and you're done.
I could tell this had happened before. It seemed to take very little effort to get the sled righted, and with a soft powder, there wasn't even a scratch. Well, we're finishing up our second day of Sno Trails TV here in Washington State. They say it rains in Washington. That is true. It's not supposed to be raining. The snow line was about 4,000 feet when we went up. And as you can see, it was snowing so hard up there, the visibility was really poor. But we'll be here for the rest of the week in Washington State on Sno Trails TV. We ended the evening with some wonderful conversation at the Brick Tavern in Roslyn, established in 1889 and keeping the very authentic look and feel.
That'd be awesome. We have a sled up for you.
You're watching Sno Trails TV.
Well, this is the Woods and Steele Road Sno Park, and this is a county road that we're parked on here. And as you can see, there's a turnaround up here, and we can park on one side of the road within a certain area. Later on, we're going to have a brand new snow park right up the road here, about a quarter mile. During the weekends, most all of our snow parks are quite busy.
I am Video Mike, and welcome to Sno Trails TV. It's day 3 exploring Washington State. We're at the Woods and Steele Sno Park. We're going to go take some rides up into the mountains in the backcountry today. I've got the Washington State Snowmobile Association with me. They're going to guide us around. Let's go have some fun on Sno Trails TV.
Ready for another great ride?
Our third snow park in 3 days. 77 more days and maybe we can visit them all.
Place we'll be going today, we'll be going out somewhat to the southwest probably, and going out towards some high country where we'll have pretty good views looking out towards Lake Cle Elum and looking over the valley area out here.
Well, snowmobiling has the conception that you get out there and you freeze your rear end off and stuff, but mostly that's not true. We stay warm, we all wear good gear, lightweight, waterproof gear, take a lot of safety precautions.
I've been down to, I've been staying like 120.
All right, the one that's peak is up above in the clouds.
Right across the way, there's two lakes. They're both reservoirs. And yesterday when we were riding, we drove alongside that lake, and we were up in that valley playing when it was that nasty weather and snowing and raining. But that's where we were yesterday. So we're right across the valley of where yesterday.
For people not familiar with the snow in Washington State, we get a lot of moisture off the Pacific Ocean, and the very highest snow depth ever recorded in the world is about 60 miles north of here at Mount Baker, 1,140 inches in one season. Their average season is 647 inches every year.
I don't know how many people get the feeling that during the winter there is nothing fun to do. But if this looks like something you might like to try at least once in your life, there are several opportunities to take a friend snowmobiling with events that snowmobile clubs hold that are made to give you a chance just to try it for free. 3,700 feet of climbing since we've left the snow park now. Beautiful meandering trails up through the mountainside. Just scenic views on every single corner. We had to stop at another one. Here we're at 5,200 feet.
I'm Wayne Moeller, and I'm a relatively newcomer to this area as far as being a resident in Kittitas County. But where we are today is up in an area called Windy Ridge. Yesterday we were riding over on the French Cabin area and went up above Cooper Lake. Basically we started this morning in the Cle Elum Valley. That's about 2,000 feet. Where we rode up to this ridge starts at about 3,500 feet, and I think, as you said earlier, we're at about 5,200 feet here.
Here I am, and it's not good. There's the sled. We're stuck. Got myself planted in here pretty good right now. So we'll figure this out.
Don't worry about the van. Worry about the camera.
Got the Chevy guy digging. You don't have to be that deep, just...
My wife works faster than that.
A lot of us climbed this peak, and Video Mike got there, and then Dan Johnson come to the bottom. He got stuck, and to get out, he went up a pretty sharp climb.
This is what we call cascade concrete. Just wet snow and it packs down, and it's like concrete.
And then there's another climb, a long one up through the woods, goes to a peak up here. Jim followed him, and they've got the machines for it with the long track, but Video Mike tried to follow him on a shorter track machine. And last I saw, it was on its side about 2/3 of the way up the hill. So I think they're digging him out.
Another real good reason why you don't want to be snowmobiling out here by yourself, because you get into a problem like this, and it takes a few people to get out. I'll try not to do it again within the next 5 minutes.
Actually, if we can do it within the next hour, we're doing good because we're riding in the mountains.
Getting stuck and getting out is all part of the backcountry learning curve. They said I just didn't go fast enough.
SnowTrailsTV is just seeing a small bit of Washington. You guys are pretty much staying in the center part of the state. But we've got snowmobiling all over. We've got snowmobiling down in the southwest corner in Mount Adams, Mount St. Helens area. We've got snowmobiling in the southeast corner and around Dayton. up through Spokane, go up north to Colville, and then we've also got up in the Okanagan region, more in the center of the state, up north. So there's a lot of opportunity to ride in Washington.
You know what a great place to have lunch at. I think this is going to turn into one of my most favorite restaurants here. Lunch on the hilltop.
You don't need birds like that to dumb enough. I don't want to practice anything that Robbie was practicing last night. It didn't work for him.
Hopefully the guy passed you before you got really buried.
You know, people think that you don't want to ride out here because there is extreme avalanche danger. If you stick to the trails, your susceptibility to avalanches is really not all that great. Most of the trails are avoid avalanche areas. But if you want to play in the deep snow and do the hill climbing, there are avalanche concerns. Matter of fact, we built a trailer here a few years ago that's got all sorts of safety information in it and on it. The outside's painted up pretty. And we have a lot of avalanche information inside of there, as well as your regular safety information you'd find anywhere, including ice crossing and whatnot.
We've had a good packed lunch up here on the mountaintop. It's time to get back down now and meander around on the trails and enjoy some of the more beautiful scenery here in Washington. We're just finishing our third day riding here in Washington State, getting a really good familiarization with the area. We went through the woods and Steele area, and as you could see from some of the shots that we had, just beautiful scenery, and the only way you're going to get to see this stuff is on a snowmobile. So if you enjoyed what you saw, it's easy to do. Contact the Washington State Snowmobiling Association, and we'll see you on the trail.